Am I the only one that does not like when his phone is dirty? Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. The topic for today is marriage is not an achievement. When they get mosquito for this UK, marriage is not an achievement. Now, because I said marriage is not an achievement does not mean it's not a good thing. It's like iPhone 16. It's not an achievement, but it's a good phone. Why am I saying marriage is not an achievement? Because marriage is overrated. And marriage is overrated to the point where people feel incomplete if they're not married. And society tends to put a lot of pressure on people who are not married, especially women. Someone said a good marriage is an achievement. A good marriage that has lasted 10 years is an achievement. Not just a good marriage. A good marriage that has gone through the test of time. You see, we Pentecostals, or should I just say Christians, can be very superstitious. We are very quick to say things like, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. But you see, in the marriage vows, you hear for better or for worse. If you haven't gone through for better or for worse, you won't really understand mosquito. You dey see the mosquito. Now mosquito, be like say followers come from Niger. Now, another problem that a lot of people have is celebrating a marriage feast. It is one of the least economic viable investments. A wedding is not an investment unless you are trying to show off to a clientele and then use them towards an end. I'll say that again. A wedding ceremony is not an investment. There are people, I remember my first wedding. I didn't have a house. I was begging my family up and down to borrow me 150,000 naira. My monthly salary was 20,000 naira. I found a place, some glorified boys' quarter then for 150K. I could not raise the 150K. I begged my mom, I begged everybody, the shot money no day. So my ex had to go and live with my parents in Ibadan. But then we had a wedding at Glover Court, Ikoyi. So I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it. It was the family that paid for it, her family. But imagine I had to pay for that. And sometimes when you want to marry from certain tribes, the pressure is too much on the groom. Somebody asked the other day, you carry your husband to your house, and they ask him, please, what do you do for a living? You have a jobless daughter sitting at home waiting for NYSC, and you are asking the man that is coming to ask for her hand in marriage what he does for a living. What does your daughter at home do for a living? What does your daughter at home do for a living? A successful marriage will be considered an achievement. I agree. But you can't test the success of a marriage unless it's been through at least 10 years. That 10-year mark is where you know whether it is going to last or you have gotten to the beginning of the end. I'm telling you from experience. My first marriage, when it got to that 10-year mark, the handwriting was all over the wall. I didn't see it, but it was all over the wall. The wall. Let me bring in some people. Make it not just be like saying I only me they talk. What's wrong?
I'm tired.
Tired of what?
I want to sleep.
You can't cry, you be small picking. Hey, Emma will meet to roll long. What country are you in?
I'm in Lisbon.
Is this hot, mom?
Yes, sir.
On that light, Joe.
Daddy freeze. Daddy freeze, I don't tire.
You don't tire.
I went to... I've been up and down.
Shall no go carry beleo. Nah, they tell you now because you have to attend our convention.
I don't... All those things don't stop.
As in, like men don't pause.
How are you, sir?
And they ask person interesting question, they greet me. What do I have to do with your greeting? Chris, just wait first. So men don't press pause.
Yes.
Hey. Hey, Chris, how are you? Were greeting the other time. How are you?
I'm okay, sir.
So who is the other?
Today.
Eh?
You look so happy today.
Shame me. I'm happy. I'm happy. My enemies. That's not a Christian thing to do, but my enemies, aka the beggar squad. AKA I pitched for a share. Solomon Bucci, I want hypocrite. You see what one girl sent me? The girl say he won't run romance. Baba, if I forward that thing I wanted to post it today. I don't look and say if I post
Wait, some people they feel say some people when they social media they make noise, then they're alright.
Everybody they alright. I agree with you 100%. But we know say that one no they alright. You know they hiding on now. You know they hiding on. Anyway, let's talk about marriage being an achievement. What do you think, Chris?
If let's call a spade, 80% of people who get married is because they want to have kids.
I need to drink a beer to that. Continue, my brother.
But that's the fact. If kids were not involved, nobody would want marry.
Me, I go want marry because I love my wife and she makes me happy.
People marry for love. What is this? Who is this village?
I don't believe this. People marry for love. What I'm saying, see, with the problem we Africans get, hold on, let me explain something.
This nonsense.
The problem we Africans get is we try to.
I don't feel very wise. So I went to get a bud so I can be wiser.
Like, are you listening?
Not until I open the bud. I don't want to listen to you when I'm not wise. I want to be wiser. Be talking. Maybe they say now twist and open. The thing, no, they. Oh, continue, my brother.
The reason the problem we Africans have, most of us, is we tend to see the truth in black and white, but we want to debate it. Let me say something, sir.
Go ahead.
There are a lot of single women, single mothers. On a scale to 1 to 100, the percentage is high. You see a lot of single mothers who are independent and they made it, they are successful. Not, they are okay. And you see majority of them say, because that if you listen to this phrase, let me put it this way so you understand. A lot of celebrities, a lot of celebrities who have kids.
Okay, wait, maybe don't go over the place. When you are talking, just go straight so that.
Okay, no. Okay, it's fine. Hold on. Okay, let me put it this way. That freeze. There are a lot of women who are, let me put maybe 35, 40 upward. Maybe they have kids when they were in their early 20s. You see them, they are financially okay. They say they don't need a man. I don't know get where I'm coming from. They don't need a man.
I get you, bro.
Because they see those their kids or their child as a companion. And in some cases, that is where many of them have issues, because when that kid don't grow up, one can love person, they will now want to come in between the love of their daughter or sons. You see Igbo people at the age of 30, they don't reach one age, they say they don't want to marry. They want to be okay on their, they don't want to marry. I don't want to get married. The fact say, people want to create family. A lot of people, I'm not saying minority, majority of people actually, yes, want to find love. You understand, happiness. But the scale of 1 to 100, those who already get children in previous marriage, especially the ladies, I quote, especially the ladies, most no one marry again. What I need man for? What I need man for? I get okay where I go.
When you started, you said 80% of women.
No, I said, no, and I rephrased, I said majority. I use the word majority.
Now you're saying
marriage is a good thing, that rephrase. I'm not saying marriage is a good thing.
I enjoy my own.
Marriage is an achievement, but there are some people who, marriage has ruined them.
Oh, yeah.
Both men and women.
My first marriage nearly ruined me completely.
A lot of people, marriage has ruined them.
Both men and women.
And some people, they will be saying, and there's someone who say, the worst day in his life, like the day when he married. Because that one, in your case, he rush go marry. You know where you see woman, 3 months, boom, to propose, you don't marry. And exactly almost that same 3 months, it end.
You get people who marry for 3 months.
Because the things became rough for him in Nigeria, and the wife now, things financially became, see, not be when they do civil servant work, they collect 40,000 naira a month. You see, because you don't, they see small money, they see small change. You don't go see one big Ikepe, you go marry. Things can't be rough now. Maybe tomorrow now, things they rough. The woman will come, they go in parent house, go they chop, clean mouth, you to be clean everything, come back and say never chop since morning.
People wait on the
it's a good thing.
Yes, their marriage still there.
You come again?
People wait on the chop for their papa house and their mama house for many years, their marriage still there intact.
It's still there. Like I said, not be saying a bad thing. I repeat, not be saying a bad thing. But a lot of people still did that marriage. See, one of my landlords used to tell me, say, the smile where husband and wife, they smile when they drive for car. It's different from when that husband, they drive with girlfriend. So you can easily spot a man who is with his side chick or girlfriend, or a man who is with the wife, even if they know where native.
If they know where I'm cool.
If they know where I'm cool. So, if we come to African context, Steve, that is freeze. if Nigerian government now,
I didn't hear you.
begin pay every unemployed women where they husband house, when housewives say they know they work, just the way that they do abroad, pay them 500K every month, say they know they work for 1 million. You give 6 months, many marriage will crumble.
Why you go crumble? Why?
A lot of people still go call the truth now. A lot of people still they marry for that Nigeria because of say, which I could do if I leave this marriage.
That's the question I'm putting to you now. So you feel say it could be the underlying reason we make those marriages go crumble if government begins support the women.
Okay. No, now naturally when we jump like when woman come abroad here, don't they see small change now. Don't be say the man abuse them or some one day independent on their own.
What's the problem with being independent?
They don't want to be in a marriage, is what he's trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. Like people will say, how many poor people they divorce? Now rich man they go court go divorce. Poor people now separate.
The woman go just move, come out for her husband house, move enter another man's house, begin the bond for there. It no pass like that.
So it's
Hey, somebody just sent me $4. Big shout out to
It's an achievement for both
Oladipupo Mesole. God bless you, brother. Thank you.
It's an achievement for both gender, but then there are a lot of people that they don't want to make the mistakes their parents make. And they decide, I am going into this marriage. Anyhow I want bad rich, and this marriage no go end. My tipa will there. So it's a two-way thing. After all, for family, brother and brother has a quarrel. Friends they quarrel. Anybody will say, any marriage, I say, me and my husband, whenever I exchange word before, for 20 years, 10 years, we never vex to each other. Somebody they pretend among the two of them. Somebody they endure. It's an achievement. Everybody wants to get married. Everybody wants to settle down. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to have a family. So, to me, that the phrase I will ask, if it's when you say it's achievement, in what context?
I'm saying it's not an achievement unless the marriage has lasted a certain period of time.
And that is the hair. So you are now elaborating in a way I will understand. But when you put not an achievement, that means you are probably generalizing it. So that's why I wanted to ask in what context.
My love, do you have any chicken left? Benny?
I know the answer to that. You're entering I'm writing lecture notes for gospel and you're entering my thoughts.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. I was just yanked off. So please, let's be careful with the words that we use so we don't get into trouble. Please, let's be careful with the words that we use so we don't enter trouble. My God, that they use beguna. Please, guys, come back. I don't know what happened. It wasn't network. So let's be careful what words we use. Mona Lisa Steven, I see you. Chris, where are you? Chris Bassi. Where can I have me tag Chris Bassi?
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
Agogomena.
I'm eating.
This your forehead can't be like my own.
Now week they cover the thing, so I get forehead.
This your own a 5 head.
Ah, Jesus, Daddy Freeze, why now?
See my own. Me and you must be related.
Oh, my son is back from his game.
Your hair starts from midfield.
Daddy Freeze, leave my head now. Leave my
Hey.
head. Now week we take the cover.
You thank God for wig. We will no can get wig. Wait till we go can do.
But this whole week I've been carrying my hair like this, like showing off my forehead.
Rats can't chop all this whole side. I'm joking.
Daddy Freeze, you're not nice. You're not nice.
I'm joking.
Yeah. Not nice. I'm used to it safe, so nothing.
How long have you been married for? I know you are married, so talk to me. How long have you been married for?
11 years.
Eh? 11
11.
years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an achievement.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about your marriage. Are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy. We have 3 kids.
3 kids.
Yeah,
I want you to tell me about yourself and your husband, not children.
okay, myself and my husband.
Single mothers, they born picking, I mean, they know they born.
Now may they be single mothers. I will not get picky. Why they be single mother? So I would say I have a great marriage. My husband and I, we work very well together. You know, when it comes to like everything, we met in okay, we attended the same secondary school, though we were not friends. He was my senior.
What secondary school was that?
Delta Secondary School, Abraka, Delta State.
See where I go find myself come from.
Now where we grew up now. That was where we grew up. So one person they say congrats to your forehead. You both should leave my forehead alone, no? So yeah, so that's the summary. What else do you want to hear?
So I wanted to ask you, did you at any point ever consider divorce?
No.
You never quarreled that one quarrel where you go don't look and say, have you this marriage don't go work?
No. I'm telling you. The first, I would say, just like the difficult times we had was that first month of marriage. You know, when I now moved into his house, you know, that was the only time that I would say we had quarrel, you know.
Let's talk about that quarrel.
So it's like, you know, as a woman, most times we have what we want to buy and all those things. So he had a television, he wanted to buy a new one. And I'm like, not now, we have other things to do. You understand that kind of matter, right? We have other things to do with money. So I went to work, I came back, I saw a big box. I saw the big box, it was unopened, but I saw the big box. I just looked, I'm like, is that a TV? The guy said yes. I not just greet him. You know, I didn't greet him. I'm like, we needed money for something else. We don't need this TV and all those things. So I didn't greet him. That day, I didn't greet him the whole of. We didn't talk the whole of that day when I got back. The next day I got ready, so I went for work. We didn't talk. But the third day, he just sent me a text message. I was like, I have, I don't set the TV. If not, he makes me not they talk to me again. You understand? So he had to sell the TV, and I came back from work, and it was just like so. I would say that has been the major time that we stayed in the house for like 2 days without speaking to each other. Yeah.
Aside from that, it has never happened again.
Nope.
What did you see in your husband that made you want to marry him?
Okay. So we met at a wedding. Okay, I knew him, but he did not know me, according to him, because he was my senior in secondary school, right? So I knew him. So we met at a wedding in another city, but in Delta State. He was sitting with someone I was very familiar with. It was just like abracadabra connection. So abracadabra people were at the wedding. So I went to greet the guy that was sitting. They were sharing the same table, you know. And then when the wedding was over, we were going, myself and my friends were walking towards the gates of the event center to go and get, I think, bike to take us to the junction, to PTI junction, to go to Abraka. So he drove by. I was like, where are we going? So we say, see where they were like, okay, he will drop us off. So me, I even sit down for back of the car because I wasn't thinking anything. We're three. So one of my other friend was at the front. We just gisted like that. So he collected everybody's number. You know, he collected our numbers. They were just gisting. And then, so that was how we started talking. You know, that was how we started talking. I was like, he said, no, I don't know. I said, yeah, I was in the same class with your sister and I've been to your house like a couple of times. I was like, oh, wow. Because my husband is very quiet. Like, he's a one-way person. Once they go here, that's where he faces and it just goes like that. So that was how we actually started talking. And then he made his intention known, like straight up. He made it known from the beginning that this is what I'm looking for, and you're this, you're that, you know all those normal things now. Me, initially, I was skeptical because I don't know him, though I know his family, you know, but I don't really know him. And then I was working in Akwa Ibom, so he invited me over to his base one weekend. So I went there, I spent the weekend, and then I went back. I think we started talking in April, and then in June of the same year, his birthday, my friend in Port Harcourt was like, how far? I said, nothing is really happening, nothing serious, but this is what he says. So she encouraged me to buy him a cake, you know. So I didn't even have enough money for the cake. I think the cake was like 14K. I had just like 10K. She said I should not worry, that she will fill it up. So she added money. I ordered the cake, and I took the cake all the way from Port Harcourt. The lady who made the cake was in Port Harcourt. I was living in Uyo, so I stopped by in Port Harcourt, picked up the cake, and I went to where he was living. He was living in Sapleden. That was where he worked. So he proposed to me on his birthday, which was like just 3 months. So April, his birthday was June 15th. He proposed to me on his birthday.
I love worry people. April.
Yeah.
Continue. I'm enjoying you.
So, so he proposed, and then October of the same year, we got married. And I think why I was able to, initially, right, when he proposed, I actually ran off because I wasn't expecting it. Like, I didn't prepare, like, we just met, you know.
You least expected it.
Yes, that was the second time I was visiting him, even though in between, he came to Uyo to see me where I was living, where I was working, and all those things. And he always said, like, this is what I want, you know. So it was left for me to now know if he was what I wanted. So I was still in that process when he proposed. So that was why I ran. I ran out. And then he was sitting there, my brain was just like, is this real? Because I wasn't expecting it. Is this what I want, or do I just go say yes? Then later we can now talk about it at night to be like, you understand? So I went back and I collected the ring. So he went out with his friends, and then later when he came back, I had to be like, I wasn't expecting this thing. I don't know if I'm ready, because at that point, I don't think I was really ready for marriage. I don't know if I'm ready, He was like, we'll make it work. He's ready to get married. He saw me. He likes me. Even when I was telling him we attended the same secondary school, he was trying to think if he had actually seen me before, but he cannot really, remember my face. So that was it, and then subsequently, I took the ring, I went back to Uyo. It started dawning on me that this is marriage knocking. And October of the same year, we got married. And it's been good.
I want to ask you a personal question.
Sure.
Did you bench before marriage?
Yes, we did.
Why did you agree? What made you agree?
Well, Dixie, we don't say friend now. We didn't know. It's not like we talked about.
Worry, babe. Say we don't defriend now.
No benching before marriage. It's not like we had that conversation, you understand? So we didn't have that conversation. So there was no way we'd say, oh no, we're not going to do the wait for marriage. So yeah.
Tolu Honiki, I see you. Oh yeah, your turn. Please help me leave. Let me leave Agogo's forehead, though. Ago is my sister. I'm the only one that can yap her forehead, because me to see our forehead, we see as we relate. Oh yeah, Agogo, put your forehead. Let's put our forehead together. Very good, very good. Nobody else can put mouth. Now, Tolu Honiki, unlike this one where you want they hide, they talk about marriage.
No, okay.
I no go agree you.
Good evening.
Good evening. So the topic says marriage is not an achievement, right? So that's what we're talking. That's what I just wanted to speak on real quick.
Now we are sharing our marriage experiences.
No, I'm not sharing.
You are going to share.
I'm not sharing any stories. I don't have any stories to share. I just want to talk about that real quick. So, what is an achievement or what is not an achievement is relative. It depends on the person. What's an achievement to me might not be an achievement to you. Like, take for instance, if in my family now, nobody has ever graduated high school, and I graduate high school, it's a big deal for me because nobody.
Where did you meet your husband, Tolu Honiki?
That is okay. Bye-bye. You don't want me to
No, you're not going anywhere.
You want me to talk or you want me to
I want to hear you talk, but first of all, tell us, where did you meet your husband?
Okay. Bye-bye.
No, yeah, continue talking the one you are saying. Don't worry.
Okay.
I will bring Mrs. Linda. Now, Miss Linda will question you today.
Or take for instance, like you now that you freeze in your family, having a graduating from having a first degree is not an achievement. It's an expectation. It's expected of you. You can't have a professor mother and a doctor father, and having a first degree is an achievement. It's an expectation. They just expect you to go to school, expect you to graduate from college, That's just, it's not an achievement. But for someone that is the first graduate in your family, they would go to church and give testimony that I'm the first graduate in my family. That's a big deal. It's an achievement for them, but for you, it's not. So it's relative, just like marriage as well. If you're from a family that, take for instance, everybody is maybe having kids out of wedlock. Everybody is having kids out of wedlock, out of marriage. And you're the first person to actually be married and have children in marriage and just do the traditional style marriage. For you, it's an achievement. But for somebody else, it's not. So it depends on what your values are, what you are raised believing, or what your belief system is what makes it an achievement or not an achievement. My 2 cents. Okay.
Can I say something? Yeah, I quite agree with you, but from my own opinion, right, having a great marriage is an achievement. That's for me, right? That's for me because it's not easy. You're going to live with somebody else, born into something else that you don't know about, and you guys are able to like live wonderfully and beautifully well, you know. So for me, that's not something that everyone gets to live in their life. Like I know some people will say, no, just hold on, just chill first. I know some people will be like, I don't care, I don't want to get married, I don't care about a man and all those stuff. But we know that deep down, there are even people who go out to say those things, but at the back, they want somebody to call their own. You know, they don't have that one person they can call their own. They don't have that one person that they can go back home to. They don't have that one person that they have those kids with. Like, they don't have that bond, that family thing. The only family they have is their immediate family, which is their mom, their parents, and their siblings. So when you have the opportunity to live with somebody else, you guys are able to do beautiful things together. You have a company, you have a home, you have kids, you do what you want to do together, you have peace of mind. I told you, I would say, for me, I would say that is an achievement.
See,
that's for me. Yeah.
That to you, that's why I said it's relative. You look at it as an achievement. But for someone that is from a family that maybe your parents have been married 50 years and you're married 10 years and you want to do a big vow renewal and say, oh, we're married 10 years, we're living together, and it's like, like it's not such a big, for them, it's not such a big deal because everybody is like married, everybody's living in, everybody's having happy marriages and everybody's happy in their marriage.
Yeah.
And you are married 10 years and you're making such a fuss. Like, what's the big deal? You know, your parents are married 55 years, you know? But for somebody that's, it's all, everybody's divorced or everybody's, or maybe their third marriage or you have been married 10 years and you are still happy and you still look at your husband and you're still attracted to each other, you're still in that lovey-dovey phase, that's a big deal for you because of the situation. But for somebody else that their parents have been married 50 years, it's nothing.
Which of them
If you
is
stand
yours?
with the 50-year-old couple, a couple that's married for 50 years, they're looking at you like, okay, you're cute, but no, but you're not. For them, it's not an achievement. You just 10 years in.
See, but you know there are parents who have been married for way longer than you can think. Yeah, and then with their kids are not able to be in marriages. You know that, right?
Of course.
So like parents are able to say, and the truth is like when you maybe go to like this vow renewals of couples celebrating this jubilee, 25 years, 30 years, when you hear and they tell their stories, right, you get into that emotion. You know, you get into that feeling. So I don't think it's okay because you're from a family that your parents have been married for so long, so it's not a big deal. Because you don't really know what your parents have to do to make sure you guys are happy, to make sure they are also happy and they're staying married. So if we want to make light of the fact that some families stay married for like 90 years, so that means it's not okay to just look at it as an achievement. I don't think I would agree on that. Like,
so I'm not saying it's not a good thing. It's great if you are just like having a degree. It takes rigor. It takes going to school, studying to actually finish school and graduate with that degree. On a regular scale, it's a big deal. Like, oh wow, you finished your degree. You're happy, you're graduated. But on that graduation day, there are parents that would not even come to the graduation. Like, what did you do? You did this first degree and you want us to come and wear gown. Someone like that, the physicist mom. I'm just saying. I'm just imagining. She probably like, is that why you're so happy? Like, this is just based on the environment and the expectation because it's expected. But having a degree, it still takes work.
All right, this lady with the pink hairnet. Go ahead, let me hear you.
Hi dear, what do you want me to talk about? Marriage is hard work, one. You want me to talk about just general, or you have questions for me? Yeah.
Just general, and then talk about your own experiences in marriage and what you think about your particular marriage.
I just got married. I don't have a lot of experience yet. But
How long ago did you get married?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I remember.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Did you bench before marriage?
Yeah. Oh dear.
All of you are going to hellfire.
We are not. I didn't say yes. I just said
Anyway, congratulations on your marriage. You guys are together now, so it's not an issue. How did you meet your husband? Where did you meet your husband? And how did you know he was the one?
I met my husband here in Chicago because I told myself I was not going to join dance with any. I was the one it before now did not end well. It wasn't good at all. So I met my husband through his sister, actually. I didn't go there to look for a husband. I just went, like I said before, I went to buy hair. This hair I went to buy. And then everything just clicked. And when we first went out, the way when you vibe with someone and it looks like as if you guys have known each other for so long, it just flows. I don't know how to explain it more than that. And all the things I wanted, not all though, at least the most important things to me that I wanted in a man, I saw the signs. So I cannot really just hit my hand on my chest. Well, marriage is hard work. Marriage becomes an achievement when you've done 10 years, like everybody's saying, and it's good. You guys are compatible. You guys still have that vibes and that butterflies, and you quarrel, you can make up. It becomes really an achievement because, yes, abroad is very lonely. I know you always say it every time of your life. Let me tell you, in the field where I work, I've seen a lot of people so lonely. Marriage is for companionship. It is for companionship. And one of them actually said to me, if she had known when her husband passed away, she would have gotten married again. So
where do you live?
I live in Chicago. I live in Chicago.
I thought Canada was lonely.
Sorry, say that again. Oh, dear, US is lonely too. My fellow sisters that yes, please. So I've not lived in Canada, but I know that.
So look, tell us now. Say Alaska, no, they lonely.
No, Twan, no, it is lonely. You need companionship, especially when you are aging. No matter the money you have, no matter what you have achieved, as a woman, I'm speaking from the point of a woman, you still need a man, you still need a companion. Let me just put it that way. Somebody you guys can talk together when you come back from work. Just imagine living in a big house and there's nobody to talk to, and you have a Mercedes in your driveway. You are the CEO of your company. You still feel that emptiness. God knew what he was doing when he made man and a woman, and he said they're going to come together for companionship and then and for fruitfulness, So we cannot rule that fact out. Even feminism cannot make us rule that part out, dear. A woman is important, a man is important. When the marriage is good, when it lasts, at least some couple of
But let me
years,
tell you something. I'd rather be lonely than be in a bad marriage.
No, I said for a good marriage. When you guys still, have that compatibility and everything together, it's an
My sister
achievement.
made this sauce, so she said she gave it to me. It's so lovely.
Amazing. So that's how I see it, ODF.
So, I wanted to ask you a question here. Sorry, 1 second. Do you think, was there, anyway, you are too young in marriage, let me not ask you that. Tolu, was there any point in marriage where you regretted getting married and wished you'd have been better off on your own?
I don't know. I don't know.
Tolu, we are waiting for your answer. You cannot dribble it.
I'm thinking about it. Come back to me. Circle back.
Okay. Agogo, did you ever for once feel that you'll have done it better by yourself without being married?
No, it's because if I got married, I was just doing one small work now, you know. So it's not like I was doing one big thing. Maybe if I was doing one big thing, I would have had, but no, I don't think so. Yeah.
But I know marriage has its ups and downs. That also bring things.
I think we should get earring for me.
Let me ask Tolu. Now, Tolu said we should circle back. Tolu has run away. Tolu, come back here. Come back here.
Tolu has disappeared.
Everybody say Tolu must answer. The people that are answering, do they have two heads? I'm listening to you, my sister.
Marriage has its ups and downs. Sometimes there are turbulences in marriage that makes it stronger. I'm always on your life. I've heard your story time and time again. How you made a mistake before and then you met taste buds and you always talk good about taste buds. But it didn't mean that you guys didn't have your turbulence time. But exactly. But what you've learned over the years, you know, your experiences, your great pick has strengthened you for you to be a woman that is good. Appreciate her, and for her, likewise, a man that is good, really to stick with her through it all and through your court. I've worked it out all the years. So, except it's toxic. If it's toxic, it's toxic. It's not doing. It's not, and there's nothing you can do about that. That's what I say. Not supposed to say. But like I said, I ticked all my box. You know? Just say this is what I want. What I did before, make that mistake again. I want this. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want this. You know? And ready, that was exactly what I went for.
I'm listening to you.
So marriage is like a clean water. It's what you put in it that makes it better. If you plant flowers, it will grow. But if you muddy the waters, it's gonna be really bad. So marriage is all about intentionality, you know. But if the other party is not being intentional with you to make it work as well, it's not gonna work out.
Yeah, and if it's not working, it's not working.
Yes.
No need to patch it or force it.
Yes, and good knocking. Of course, it has to do with
Yeah.
it as well.
Don't Daddy, please come and ask you one question now. he likes those kind of questions.
I got it and somebody said that, so that's why I said yes.
Yeah, true. The chemistry, everything, that's a plus.
It's a plus. It has to thing. If it's not good, forever is too long for you to manage what is not good. Forever in marriage is too long for that.
Forever is too long ago.
It's too long ago, Daddy Free. But we all have to be intentional about what we want.
Yeah. And stick to it, because once you start bending, you have to keep bending. And when you get tired of bending at that point, you be like, you can't bend anymore. And by then, the other party didn't see it that you were bending all along. They'll be like, oh, you suddenly changed. But no, you did not change. You've just been, enduring, tolerating some things and keeping quiet. Then they would say, oh, this person changed all of a sudden. No, the person did not change. The person was just tired of all this bending.
Right.
Mrs. Linda, why did you run?
You being yourself.
Tolu Honiki, why did you run? Tolu? I want to hear from Tolu.
I know about that. If she would accept.
I've sent Tolu. 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 Let me tell you something here. Miss Linda says she no want to wake her son. Who you dey fool? You know what? Answer strong question. We know. Tolu Honiki run leave us. Tolu. If not to argue about Alaska, say Alaska good now. Tolu Honiki go there, they call him. Come and talk about your marriage. She run. Now I want to ask you a question. What is that one thing you would like to change about your husband? What's that one thing that you would wish that my husband didn't do this thing, or maybe he did this thing a little less, or he did this one a little more?
I'm thinking now. I never thought about this question.
How good is the bench?
Daddy Freeze, good night.
Come back here. Where are you going? Are we not matured people? Somebody says snoring. Does your husband snore?
No.
Agogo, how good is the bench? Rated on over 10.
Daddy Freeze, do you know that this kind of questions now maybe would make me put my husband out there, or make people see him in a certain light? Don't you know that?
Make people see him in what kind of light?
No, both ways. Either if the answer is good or bad.
So if the answer is bad, you will stay. You cannot stay in it, but you.
No,
they say girls with big forehead, they know they stay for bad marriage.
I don't go wear earrings, maybe head not too sure, but the head still a show.
Simply Vic asked, is too much benching of your wife an issue?
And that should be for you now.
For who, me or Simply Vic?
For you to answer now. You say it's Simply Vic is asking. So it's
Simply Vic, are you asking me or are you asking? Come, Ofure. Don't think you can. You go come. They hide now. You don't hear benching now.
I'm just married, but I underestimated my husband for sure. But
for the benching side, are we? You don't know say na Jugunu you marry. You don't know say na the Elon Musk of benching now you marry.
People they come for you.
You don't know say na Elon Musk of benching now you marry.
Your face now, sister.
it's too sensitive to talk about.
No. You have to talk about it. It's midnight.
Talk about this because I'm in the house and it's not at home.
Oh yeah, talk. Let me hear it. See, as I don't open another Budweiser, sit down with you.
No, dear, I just only answered that I underestimated him. Really, I did.
In what aspect?
Anyone wanna think?
Greeting for us, too.
Let me just tell you. Don't ever judge a book by its cover. That's my advice for you guys.
What does that mean? Does he have small bola? Which one is book by?
Yes, you expect me to be talking about my husband's phone now in public.
I'm sorry, forgive me.
Thank you.
see as everybody, their ear don't they on, say, bola home.
I won't do that. No, but my husband is a good man.
Continue
Yes.
now, we are listening, we're enjoying you.
No, it don't finish. Oh, you don't get anything where I want to talk again.
I said, why are women afraid that if you take good things about your husband, somebody will come carry him?
No, it's just, there are things that are meant for us privately that it's not public, right? Where I don't talk, so now there now if you talk rich.
Yes.
But I said I underestimated him because, when you see somebody.
Agogo, did you underestimate your own husband? Wait, Ofuri.
Okay.
I'm not the one talking.
The question has circled back to you. Did you
I'm not
underestimate?
answering that. I'm not answering that.
Did he meet up the expectation that you were having?
I'm not answering that.
Let me bring Simply Vic to ask you the questions. I don't tire. No, now Vic go answer you. Go ask you question now.
I'm not going to answer.
You go answer. You go answer.
You know, they say some questions now for husband and wife.
Right.
Now, Ofuri, now scatter this setting now.
No, not be true. I get where person is talk rich now.
Yeah, I only just answered innocently and as matured minds, But I know my limits.
Yes, I plead the fifth.
Don't they quickly come out yourself now? I swear this Ofuri nice. I got the answer they go before.
Really answer they go.
Someone say you are not satisfied.
Who is not satisfied?
You.
Oh wow.
How they say they know?
They just didn't know. They just didn't know. See as the person say, I underestimated my husband. You can't be quiet. Baba, they judge you, they go with that.
May they continue. I wish them all the best.
Exactly.
I wish them all the best.
Dear, sure you know that women cannot pretend when it comes to that thing.
Take water.
They cannot pretend. If it's not good, it's not good. It just brings out one kind of hatred. You will not want them to touch you at all. If it's not good. So, in fact.
So if your husband not bench you well, you go hate him. I don't hear new things now.
Yes. Let's be real.
That is freeze.
Me, I don't get husband. Now wife I get.
No. Yes.
And my wife loves me either ways.
You try it. So, okay, let's have
Tokumbo, how you doing?
I did, brother.
Hatred is a strong word. Ofure say if we reach hatred, if they not bench her well like this, 2 days of bad benching and hatred remain.
No, DF, I didn't say it like that.
I'm helping you expand it in the amplified version.
DF, I'm just talking generally as a woman, right? Before it can never lead to marriage or any type of commitment. If there's no sister, what did you call it the other time? If there's no chemistry, that was what you said. Why would you want to be with? Is that not why I said forever is too long?
Yeah.
To be unhappy. Yeah, if it's everything combined together.
Let me ask you a question. What if your husband has a sickness and his bolahon does not work again? Or he's going through some stress at work and the bolahon not work again? Ofure, over to you.
Well, I have
no need to answer. You've heard from your voice. Ofure say
No, dear. I don't wish that on anybody, on any man. It's not even with sickness. People who take too much sugar, men who consume so much sugar, it will make them have weak ERO, ECT, right? So I don't pray that for any woman. That's frustration. It is. That's what it is. But if that happens, it doesn't mean there's no cure. You can work with it.
Let me tell you something. If a man is taking treatment for prostate cancer, he can lose it permanently or for a long time.
Right. That's why I said I don't wish that on anybody. It's not a good thing to experience.
5 out of 10 men have prostate issues at one time or the other.
Well, if we don't pray for that, so. But any person who not Olosho, for lack of a better word, and you are into.
I want to put you on the spot. What if your husband is on some medication and for 6 months he's either having no EREC or very weak one? What will you do?
Yes, I stayed in this America for years and did not bench anybody till I met my husband. I'm not kidding.
So you're a secondary V, in short.
No, I would not say that. I'm not. But I'm trying to tell you, I have that discipline, right? If it's for 6 months and if I truly love this guy,
1
we
year.
can work it out together. Dear, if you like, it's 5 years and I don't wish that upon my husband, I will stay. I would.
Agogomena, over to you.
But the freeze, like, we've been married now for 11 years, right? So let's say something like that now happens. I don't think I've had enough. I don't think it's enough reason for me to now to move out or to go outside. I don't think that would be enough reason because.
So what will you now do?
What will I do? We walk through it. If it's working,
How?
it's working.
You get some assistance?
I don't get, but what can I do? I don't get, I'm not the miracle worker, right? It's not something that anybody wishes.
Aye.
This is something.
I can read, I can hear everything the two of you are not saying.
No, that's the truth. You are not us now. Let's speak for ourselves.
Forget what you are speaking with your mouth. Your body don't answer all the questions. Don't worry again.
It's not something that was planned. You understand? Or maybe he went to do something outside and he got something, and then I know that I'm angry with him. Like there's this anger for this person. So this is something that happened that he had no control over. So if I now decide to use that against him to now misbehave myself, I think that would be on me. That would be on me. So I don't think that's enough reason for a lady to go out when you know the situation is beyond the other person's control.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What if your husband cheated on you and you caught him? What would you do?
What will I do? First of all, right, what I would always say is, if as a woman, right, if you know you're ready to go, you can afford to leave now. If anything happens, you can afford to leave. Carry your bag and go. But if you know you cannot afford to leave, you stay and gather your plans so that you can leave and plan your exit and leave. That's just it.
Ofure, what are your thoughts? What if you caught your husband cheating?
It's not always the answer to stop cheating. It's not always the answer. The streets are not playing, so you leave the man because he cheated on you. You guys are not trying to work it out. Nothing. If he's remorseful, you should forgive him and then move on. But there has to be boundaries.
What do you mean by boundaries? Go ahead.
Boundaries. What led to the cheating? How did you take off your pants? And who is the person? Those boundaries has to be there. It has to be there, because if you leave the man and you want to go to another man, what makes you so sure that the next person you are going to is not a serial cheat? What makes you so sure? So you can't be leaving every man because he cheated on you. Although we all have deal breakers, right? Can't leave this one because they cheated on you. You go to the next one. You go to the it shouldn't be that way. Except he's a serial cheat, so that he doesn't give you HIV. You have to run for your life.
All right, Tokumbo, let's hear you. Tokumbo, go ahead, let's hear you. Brother, you are muted. We can't hear you. You are muted.
No.
I want to talk more. You have to go and come back. Ofure, what is that one thing that can make you cheat on your husband?
Nothing.
Hmm?
Yes. Nothing.
What if he cheats on you? Will you
I
cheat
just
back?
answered. No. I just answered. I said, what led to the cheating?
Greed. You know, men can be greedy.
Absolutely. If it's the first time and he's remorseful and we talk about it and I heal from it, I'll forgive him.
How long will it take you to heal?
What is the guarantee of me moving to the next man and I'm 100% sure that he's not going to cheat? At my age, right?
How old are you? How is this your age that
Age
you're
is a
talking?
factor. Yes, we said it the last time.
Say it again. Remind the people.
38.
38. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
So there's no guarantee that the next person I'm going to, you understand, to meet or to start a relationship with would not cheat. No guarantee. So if you can work it out, especially as I'm married, if you can work it out, work it out. But if it's serial cheat, Otilo, I can't deal.
Agogomena, what is that one thing that can make you cheat?
Nothing. I've not seen anything that will make me cheat. So if before I cheat, I better pack my load, come out. I know I'm out. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you know, if a woman cheats, the way they broadcast it, they don't broadcast it the way they broadcast the one of the man. So I would not want to add that to my name. You get, they won't even want to know what happened back and forth. So I say, the woman. So no need, now just go. When you go outside and do what you want to do, at least you know you're not them and marriage again. So nothing.
Okay. I read a story about a woman who went for a party and had her drink spiked. And then somebody benched her. She did not know that somebody benched her until about 3 months later when she found out she was pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I'm ending with this. What would you do if you found yourself in that situation? Ofure and Agogo. What would you do?
Boundaries.
That will lead to DEPRESSION. It will
Right.
definitely, because that mental case with that. That would definitely lead to that, because it's not something you planned and you didn't even know. You wake up after, like,
Will you remove the baby?
for me, I think yes. Go keep them.
What if your husband says you
don't
must
even
keep
know-
the
you
baby?
know you know the father?
What if the husband says you must keep the
You
baby?
must.
Because that child is going to remind you of
That's
of that pain. You know, that child is going to remind you. There's no way you can love that child. I don't know. Maybe, just saying for myself. Like, how will you? That's a reminder of something that happened. You know, and I don't think you want to keep that kind of reminder.
Ofure, what are your thoughts?
There are some men that are not good husbands. I don't want to be disrespectful to the men, but there are some men that are really bad. They don't want to work issues out in their homes, right? Don't be the same mama partner and the lady. When you coming into the marriage not knowing that you will have differences, can't you work it out? There are some men who will just abandon their wives and ex starved them. And they can be there for 10 years, 5 years. If that kind of woman goes outside to make us, she's human, to make herself okay. I don't know if I can consider that cheating. I don't think it is. That's my opinion. Please don't come for me, people. That's my opinion.
I approve your opinion. There's nothing you have said that is wrong. Part of your responsibility as a man is to satisfy your woman, and part of your responsibility as a wife is to satisfy your husband. If you are not living up to that expectation, then you have a problem. My darling ladies, thank you so much, Agogo and Ofure. The two of you are from the same part of Nigeria, I believe.
No, I'm Eastern girl from Edo State.
Yeah, you're Bendel now. I'm Delta, I believe.
The two of you are from the same village. You are just saying this one is
No,
Bendel.
not the same village. We are the same, like, we were the same region.
Yes, no. Old Bendel State.
Old Bendel, yes. You're from Edo State, right? I'm from Delta State.
I'm from Edo State. But
Before
I'm
they
Eastern.
broke Bendel into Edo, you were both
Edo,
Bendelites. In the
Yeah.
80s, you would have both been considered Bendelites.
True. Yeah. Bye, Daddy Freeze. I'm showing you my forehead for the last time.
Oh, thank you so much, Agogo. And my love to your husband. Thank you for being truthful and sharing your experiences with us. It was very enlightening. Thank you so much. And Tolu, I'm not happy with you. You ran away because you don't want to tell us about your husband. I'm not happy with you. You owe us an apology for that. You cannot just be running away. The people that are talking, we all learned, we all shared. You know me, I'm not shy to tell you about my marriage. I'm not shy.
You know, not everybody are comfortable with this kind of
Eh?
conversation.
What do you say?
Just like both of us, there are some things we cannot share, right? So
Right.
But Tolu on too much. Tolu not even fi share anything. She just run.
you know, you won't put her for trouble. She not fit.
Tolu don't run like who they
Everybody
do
go
arrange marriage
protect-
for.
Everybody go protect you now. You know.
All right, guys. Do have a lovely night and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Agogo. Good
Yes,
night.
Daddy Freeze.
Ofure.
Good
Good
night,
night.
Ofure. Bye.